I'm muted. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Afro Talk live stream. I'm one of your hosts, MGG, aka Mr. Good Guy, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
What up, what up, what up? I am Gramps.
Dope. Hey, and low-key, we got the other co-host right last minute.
Yeah. He slid in smooth as hell.
Slid in real quick.
Oh, did we just start up?
Yeah,
we did.
Your face is on just... Okay, there it is.
Peekaboo, peekaboo, it's Jugga. What's up, y'all?
Alright, so we're kicking off the live stream today with some chapter reviews. Today we're doing My Hero Academia, chapter... What is this? Was it 291 or something?
291.
Chapter 291. Thanks for going strong.
291. Before I get into it, for those people who's only watching the anime for My Hero, this is one that I will say is going to contain heavy spoilers, more spoilers than normal, of a pretty big reveal. Even though it didn't necessarily happen in this chapter, we're probably going to talk about it in this. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the My Hero manga, I advise you to put us on mute for the next like 10 to 15 minutes. Other than that, we will all... Well, someone left already. Other than that, we will get started. So who wants to talk about what happened in the chapter?
I'll jump in there real quick. So in this chapter, we get a bit of the background on Toya, aka damn, I forgot the nigga's villain name. Smooth Dobby. Yeah, we already said spoiler, so yeah, we get he's giving us a bit of his backstory while also they're showing us some of the stuff that's happening in the present. So basically, Toya, as we expected, was the first kid of Endeavor. And with him being the first kid, he received a brunt of the punishment that Endeavor placed on him, with him having these crazy expectations of trying to create the ultimate child to surpass All Might. And that basically led him down a path where he eventually got himself completely fucked up, completely burned up. Endeavor at least recognized that his son had a lot of potential to be better than him in terms of his fire abilities. So I can only assume that he had blue fire right off the bat. But he already knew that with him having that greater fire ability, that was going to end up being the cause of his own doom. Because as we all know, the more you use your fire, the more it actually burns you up as a human. So if your fire is naturally even stronger, then it's just gonna cook you even faster. Smooth roasted turkey. So hell yeah.
Facts.
That nigga turned into a smooth burnt turkey. He is not ready for Thanksgiving. So with him basically explaining his backstory to the whole world, of course you're gonna have people who were not gonna believe that shit. He was like, "Oh, you don't believe me? Well, look at this recording of this shit that I got." So he definitely put up a video of fucking Hawks taken twice out, man. That video was definitely edited with beautiful. I ain't gonna say Photoshop, but beautiful. Whatever Adobe apps y'all want to use. But
we'll just say editing skills on point. We'll just
his editing skills were pristine, man.
Yeah,
pristine.
He never used an InShot though. He had to do that on a mobile.
Big facts. So they're definitely putting the heroes out there saying, "Yo, y'all think y'all respect these heroes, but they really ain't shit." First of all, Endeavor, your number niggas out here on the streets, and not to mention your number 2 hero that y'all love so much killed the number 3 hero. Killed that nigga Best Genius, which we all found out at the very end. Come on, bro, that nigga ain't dead. I'll admit I was wrong because I thought he was dead a long fucking time ago.
Really?
I've been preaching that shit nonstop, bro.
That's crazy.
I was preaching it nonstop that Best Genius was dead, but he definitely came in clutch.
Come on,
because that nigga Dobby. Yep. That nigga Dobby was definitely about to come in and toast He was about to toast everybody, right? He was basically about to get.
I mean, he was trying at least like just to Endeavor or Todoroki, but I mean, that's genius.
No, because they also showed Deku and Bakugo, so he was about to toast all their ass. They all sweating heavy.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, like he would have tried. He would.
Yeah, I felt like he was definitely gonna kill Endeavor. That was my thought there. I felt like
right, like Endeavor was the only one that I was gonna see like, oh, he about to get put into the ground.
Right.
But I mean, but Best Genius though. I mean, yo, like put some more respect on this man's name. Like he literally came in, wrapped him up, and that fire just ceased. Like
that's what I'm saying. What is this nigga's? Like, what is this nigga's jeans made of? Like what? Talk about flame resistant material, man. Put that shit in the commercial after this, bro.
Like for real,
he definitely selling that shit out to all the firefighters across the world.
Like for round, that could be why he got in the top 10 in the first place, bro. He got like one, the new texture, and then two, with the commercial money he getting, boom. He probably got like sidekicks on sidekicks on sidekicks. That'd be on point, making the guap on too.
Shit, fuck around with that belt that's going across his face. He probably the reason that damn movie Pootie Tang came out. Going out there taking the belt off and just whipping motherfuckers. Don't sleep, man.
Nah, don't dude, Pootie Tang low key in the Best Genius roster. I'm done.
If you wasn't born in the 90s or earlier, you definitely wouldn't know that movie, man.
Man. Quick cut the check for Pootie Tang. Like y'all need, if y'all didn't see that movie, y'all need to check out that movie. If y'all looking for a good laugh, that's a good classic right there.
Big facts.
Black says My Hero's trash, garbage, and straight doo-doo. So
damn, niggas didn't have no respect for Best Genius coming in at the very end.
I don't even think he's that far, probably.
Damn, that was cold blood. I mean, like,
shout out to Silent Blaze. Welcome. But yeah, my bad. Sorry, go ahead. What y'all was saying?
So that's basically what we've seen from the most part. We also see that Giganto Machina, he ain't doing shit as of right now because he's waiting on some type of instructions. All that nigga got to do is say go, and we already know that Giganto Machina is going to just swipe everybody. Best Genius ain't gonna be able to do a fucking thing. He just going to sit there and take that arrow too. So,
I mean, that is a reasonable question though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna say Best Genius is gonna actually like jock on Giganto. I ain't a fool like that, but Best Genius is pretty much what we were waiting for as far as a character who can make it so like the fight stops, if that makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure everybody reading was like, as soon as Giganto shows up, everybody getting put into the ground. Best Genius at least allows like, maybe now they got a chance to run away, / even vice versa, or at least on some even playing field. Because like they needed something like this to happen. Because everyone was about to die.
Yeah.
Yo, MGG, I'm hearing that your voice is coming in kind of echoey.
Echoey?
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. It's probably not now. Is it coming in echoey now?
I mean, you sound okay on my end.
Damn.
Let me know. But either way, I think it's good. I had two mics running. That's probably where the echo was coming from. I just shut one of them off.
Oh, okay.
True. We should be good now.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, basically, I've said it on a podcast which isn't released yet, but I didn't enjoy this chapter at all. I think it was a horrible reveal for the whole Dabi situation in general. I mean, it was dope to see how he like methodically planned some of this stuff, but I felt like for what the culmination was kind of a waste. I felt like if you were gonna expose Endeavor and the Hero Society in like the social media fashion, what's the point of trying to kill him now? Like, I think it's better to just leave him alive and have him suffer through his redemption arc than it is to go, hey, you know, this is the thing, now I'm gonna fucking kill y'all. It was a total Stain plan, I guess. I see why Stain was his idol. Like, it just didn't feel well executed. It just was kind of dumb. So, and it made me lose a lot of respect for Dabi because I felt like he was rivaling Tomura in a little bit. Like, he made it seem like he had more stress than the nigga. He was down to go do his own things. And then basically for this to be the culmination, you've been kind of showing me you just as stupid as that nigga is, to be honest. So I lost a lot of respect for Dabi in this thing. Plus, everyone expected that reveal. Maybe besides me, because I made a theory against it. But still, outside of that, I think most of the community expected that Dabi was going to be who he said he was. We were just waiting for confirmation, and I felt like the author had a lot of chances to confirm it at better times in the story, and instead chose now when we're way focused on a whole bunch of other things and care to see maybe like what Deku was going to do with like, that mental battle he was having. It just came out of nowhere. It was just an interruption. And the fact that Dabi actually thought that Hawks was going to... Like, he already got the vibes that Hawks was sus, right? He already knew Hawks was a double agent because he set all this shit up anyways. And then for him to do that and go and really think that this nigga killed Best Genius, I'm like, you're an idiot. You're dumb.
True.
Of course he didn't kill this nigga.
True.
Like... But yeah, that's my vibe on it. So this chapter's not gonna get a great rating from me, but it is what it is.
No, I mean I was gonna we already into the chapter, so whatever. But I was gonna put some little more hype on the episode release when that comes out. But to pretty much supporting what you're saying, I agree as far as like the grand scheme of the big points that this chapter was pretty much letting out. The timing, I feel like everything sucks because of the timing. Yep. Like if this chapter was placed as far as revealing that your heroes are trash, revealing that the Sun Endeavor is trash, and then the big reveal to the audience that, Dabi is Toya. The placement of this chapter should be like so many chapters, I think, before. And inside the actual series, like way more chapters back. I feel like that could have been one, so much more impactful to us as an audience, and two, for like Dabi's sake, actually into the story, could have impacted the hero world so much more as well. Right. And to go off of what also MGG was saying as far as the foolishness of like Dabi's assumption / game plan is that it at least from our point of view, it kind of reveals how weak the reveal is because he's trying to kill Endeavor. Because if it was the opposite, if it was this grand evil villain scheme, then as MGG said, he would just pretty much let the news go out there, got DNA results, I'm Toya, look at my battle scars, not even battle scars, # child abuse. Like all of that could have been so hardcore earlier on into the series. Then Endeavor, like when he became a #1 hero, he would have pretty much had to fight as like that part of his character development by itself too. The whole like family reuniting, that could have been, like there could have been like so much potential there to actually make the story so much more deep and more into the whole hero villain psyche in the story that it could have just been huge. But we get this reveal when so much ish and so much other crazy stuff is going down that it's been downplayed to pretty much nothing in the story and for the audience. Yep. So it's just a big potential sad disappointment as far as what we're seeing in this chapter. So in complete agreement with MGG, but it's all like on the other side of the fence, it's like grand scheme of things, this could have been so much more. So that's why I'm putting like a little bit of respect on it. But it's like sad face.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I will add is big respect to Best Genius. I felt like, once again, only hero in this entire arc that's actually shown us what a pro hero can fucking do. Every other pro hero has been utterly, besides Miracle, I would say. She would be the only one I'd argue may not have been that disappointing. But besides Miracle, every other pro hero has been utterly disappointing. And the students have shown them out. Ant-Man just said the reveal fell flat. I think Endeavor has to die to redeem. I 150% believe Endeavor is going to die. I don't see his use continuing the story. He already went through his training arc with the kids. So him dying, if anything, is just gonna be more motivation for Shoto to finally like stop fucking around with his talent and start actually like doing some shit. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I felt like Best Genius did show us what a real hero could do. And I think it's once again it's like a Mirio kind of storyline for me with what they did with Best Genius, where he's another hero who basically had a quirk that's not ideal, worked it into something great, and on top of that showed us like what being a hero actually means. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna get a little deeper, but we just saw like 5 seconds of him showing up. But what Mirio did was that, right? Like, he basically had a shitty quirk. Well, he had a quirk that wasn't ideal, worked it into something great, and once he was able to actually put in that effort, it put him at the top of his class. And I felt like that's what Best Genius is showing us. Like, I nominate him for #1 hero, whatever the fuck it is, but to me, he was the only, like, shining light in this arc that, I mean, I guess animated niggas is gonna go crazy for, but reading has been pretty, like, shockingly disappointing in terms of especially what I was expecting the pro heroes to do right now. To have everybody come out like from Japan and show the stops, like the way these, not saying that he has to write it this way, but the way we see these types of arcs written, like if you want to liken it to when Orochimaru attacked the Leaf Village and we got to see, even though it was 5 seconds, but we got to see like what Kiba's clan does. We got to see the Aburame clan.
That's true.
We got to see all the little clans do their little 5-second shit that made you go like, ooh, I want to know more about them. We didn't get any of that from these heroes, like besides Miriko and Best Genius. So I'm pretty disappointed in that. But yeah, that's all. Shout out to Best Genius. Yeah. Put some respect on his name. That's all I'll say.
True.
Yeah, I gotta say I really do respect your opinion on that. I didn't put as much thought into it initially, but now that you actually talked about it, I actually thought about Dabi himself a lot more in terms of how disappointing we found out that he is as a villain. Like the crazy thing is, like you're like reading through this chapter, and like with the way that he revealed his relation to Endeavor, basically to the public, not exactly to us because we already knew the shit. Yeah. The way that he revealed it to the public, it kind of gave me like like a little bit of like Death Note vibes. It made it seem like he was a very meticulous man, that he was planning all of this shit for all of this time or whatever, saying, yeah, I'm basically been playing everybody like they're all my pawns or whatever, just for you all to get this big reveal and to completely fuck over this guy's life. But then you come over to where he is in reality, and it just makes it seem like he's completely crazy. Like it makes it seem like he could have never thought of any of this shit that he's actually done. So it's a bit it's a bit wishy-washy on the mangaka's part on what type of person he wants this guy to be, especially with us having all this time beforehand, knowing that he was typically like a more cool, calm, and collected type of guy, more of a nonchalant, I don't really give a fuck type of guy. Yeah. And now he's giving off mad Joker vibe, and it's extremely inconsistent with who he is as a character. So I can see why a lot of people are saying that this is a lot of shitty writing on their part, at the very least for Dabi as a character. Yeah, and they might as well just get rid of Endeavor, man, because they are he's been dogged enough throughout the course of this arc, and when he got dropped by that Nomu,
and the
niggas just get rid of him, man.
The nigga's like maybe half a year into his job at #1. Like, this is a shitty 90 days. Like, this is like, yo, what the fuck is going on with this nigga? Like, this is what you did with your 90 days as new #1. Like, it just shows you were never ever gonna catch up to the gap. Low-key, none of your kids was really gonna catch up to the gap either. I think even Shoto at his prime, whenever he gets there, I don't think it's gonna rival what we've seen All Might do, to be completely honest. So it just was a horrible pipe dream for Endeavor. Oh, like, I'm just so disappointed in his writing of Endeavor, especially. Are y'all ready to rate it? I'll add it in my rating. I won't go on
that man sound, he's pissed.
No, I'm ready to rate it.
It's hot, dude. Damn. All right. I mean, like F around. You want to just start it off? Just
Yeah,
get it
sure.
all
I
out?
mean, I would give it a decent shit plus. The plus is only coming from my boy, and I'm gonna just hide you for a second, wrong person, so they can see the rating system. But yeah, so it's decent trash, my bad. Plus. The plus is only coming from Best Genius. And why I say it's all a decent trash is that I expect more from Horikoshi because I thought the way he wrote Mirio's whole arc, was beautiful, right? That was like one of the best pieces of writing I felt like I've read in a manga in a while. So I know he can do better, but this Dabi reveal has been something he's teased on and on and on, and for it to basically come up to this, it was horrible writing. Like it's not going anywhere. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and it's forced and like unnecessary. Like he just needed to finally just admit to who he was. Like I don't know where we're trying to go with this from here. If he's trying to set up an arch villain in Dabi and Shoto for like a potential time skip, shout out to Player 5. But regardless, I just felt like these past two chapters were ones that, if you compare them to some of the better arcs of My Hero, and this being a pretty monumental arc, being able to see the pro heroes all come out, like the whole all for one thing, transfer, everything that's going on in this arc is the next milestone of the My Hero story. It's one of his worst arcs so far to me, compared to what I've read before, as far as monumental arcs go. Like arcs that really brought people into like their tournament arc, the overhaul arc, and this one. And there's probably one other major one I'm missing. This, to me, poorly written. I'm not enjoying it. And this chapter just was like the icing on the cake of like, fuck y'all, I don't know what I'm writing. So, yeah, decent shit. It would be a trash if it wasn't for my respect for Best Genius. Might even be a bleach.
Ooh. I'm gonna give it straight decent trash, pretty much for everything that we already described of before, and then again, big clout the Best Genius. As MGG was just talking, the only thing that I could see redeeming this chapter is if they truly play the negative clout Davi's putting on the heroes right now to an extreme. And when I say extreme, I mean like, granted, there's already been a new flux and wave of new villains. If this creates another flux / even going into the depths of society where they truly actually like, it's pretty much like they would pretty much be in the story empowering whatever message Dabi is playing to that kind of extreme. If that does happen, then I still think it'd be kind of bogus writing, but it at least would help the story progress and give Dabi a little bit more credibility. It's almost like putting a gold star on your turd. You know what I mean? Like, it's still a turd, sure, but you got the gold star to let you know that, you know what, you keep doing what you're doing, man. Right. You got that gold star. Let's go. So it's going to keep the story moving. If that ends up being the case, then that's why at least I can see the potential now where I would not give it anything lower than the decent trash, considering the Best Genius plus. And then I don't know. I'm kind of giving it pluses just to, my positive attitude. If you know Jug Guy, that's just what I kind of do. But in the sense where now, I'm sorry?
I said, you want to switch names?
Low key. No, I was kidding. But whatchamacallit? I mean, like, the fact that the Dabi mystery is now out is just gonna now at least it's like another what do you want to call it? It's another anime community debate that's now over. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, that theory has now been concluded. We now know for sure. If you wanted to go back in time and start reviewing the series as far as to the accurate hints and portrayals, like, you can start doing that now. So as far as to, give us, not exactly closure, but I mean, in a way, closure. I don't know. That's a plus. So, bad job on actually doing the reveal, but at least there's a reveal. Mm-hmm. So decent trash.
So I was going to give it a decent minus at first, But considering what I feel is the hole that the mangaka has put himself into, I feel like I have to give it a decent trash at its best. And what I say is, when I say that the hole that the mangaka put himself into, he's basically put all of the heroes into a situation where the only way I can see them all getting out of this alive is some type of ass pool, because the villains have way too much firepower on their side right now, and you have too many injured heroes that they're not going to be able to fight their way out of this. Best Genius is not going to knock out all of the niggas that are on Gigantomachi's back. They're all still fresh right now.
Yep.
Plus Dobby, who's fresh and fucking maxed out on firepower right now.
Facts.
And don't let fucking Gigantomachia himself get up and start getting into the action. So I feel like he's definitely fucked himself over by placing everybody into this situation. Yeah, there was that bit of hype or whatever from Best Genius at the very end, hopping on the fucking airplane with these. I'm not sure what it is.
I mean, low-key, it just looks like
fabric.
spools of denim, right? I mean, that's how I'm pretty much looking at him. Like, he just
that's what we can assume.
Spools of denim, just doing work. It's just,
But even with that, I don't really see how they're gonna survive this situation. The mangaka kind of fucked himself over by creating this type of situation. So
yeah, no,
by him doing that, I can't give it anything over a decent trash.
Right. And then on your your other point about like how one-sided it is, it's basically come down to like, can Tomura say like 3 words, which is like kill them all? If he says that, like, it's over with, because now Giganto has a command, like, and it's like he might be beat up, but like, can he say 3 words? Can they get this nigga to say 3 words? Like, that's the big story question right now. Like, what the hell? Ant-Man and Silent Blaze were discussing, just bringing up some of their points. Silent Blaze said Endeavor will die in some super Primus sperm attack that will not help anything. And Ant-Man said, how likely is it that Deku will get a power-up and save the day again? Hope it doesn't happen.
Oh, God.
I feel like we're in his power-up arc right now, though. I really don't remember. Did we resolve?
I mean, the last thing he got was float. I mean, the last highlight we got was pretty much the mid-battle and him knocking down Shigaraki. So if he comes back with another power-up right now, that'd be BS. So I'm completely.
I mean,
especially with no practice. Especially with no practice using it.
But he technically used like Black Whip without thinking. So I could definitely see the reveal of the next hero's power coming
right now. Though
I wasn't thinking, because float wasn't I wasn't thinking thing. He's been practicing that, so it's basically a reveal of like, I've mastered this power. You feel me? Like in the exam when he pulled out Black Whip, it was like, I'm trying this shit out, but I haven't mastered it. Now he's mastered Black Whip, and I would argue that he's close or semi-close to mastery of float because of their practice session. But like, there's still all these other powers that have to manifest themselves in some other way. So there could be like a low-key heal barrier nigga. Who knows? Like, the powers are supposed to be stupid, so I'm trying to think of what could be like convenient enough to help him in this situation, but dumb enough that it's not like, oh, this is a fucking broken power. Like, I don't know if like making barriers is one, or I feel like heals is taking it too far. But also, there's Airy Backpack in the background, so shit. She can always pull up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that nigga about to go into Avatar mode and unlock all of those old powers at the same time.
Oh, God, I hope that doesn't.
At this point, I wouldn't even put it past Horikoshi with the way he wrote this arc. Like, if dude goes Nine-Tail Fox mode, or like you said, Avatar state, just loses his mind and wilds out with all the quirks, like, I can tell you right now, the My Hero fan base is going to enjoy the fuck out of it. I won't, but I think the My Hero fan base, when that shit drop in the anime, niggas will definitely wild out like, oh shit, this was dope, blah, blah, blah. So, fuck it.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. Now that you put it out there, I'm getting paranoid and anxious, but I really hope that doesn't be the case.
I'm disappointed in Horikoshi, bro. I expected more from this nigga, bro. I really did. He's disappointing the fuck out of me with this arc. I'm still waiting. Something might happen.
You sound like you about to get bleached again. That's what this sounds like. You about to get your feelings hurt, bro.
It might, bro. Like I don't know. And I'm not the type. I'm not like Player 5 and Deuce that can just give up on a series. So I'm gonna have to stick with it like Promised Neverland until this shit is finished.
True.
I'm fucking suck.
And that's true.
Just Horror Coachy, I'm telling you now, bro. If you think it's going down, you got bored with the series, you feel like it's gonna start getting shitty, just don't make it 1,000 chapters, my guy. Just start heading towards the end now, bro. Don't waste our time. I got other manga to read and a lot of anime to watch. Just wrap it up for us real quick. That's all.
He said, "Just give us a quick time skip."
Hey, wrap it up. It'll definitely be over, and Deku will be another Goku. Okay. So, I mean, other than that, we can move on to our next chapter review, which is One Piece. As always, spoiler alert. These spoilers are likely not going to be as big as the spoilers for My Hero. But just in case you don't want to get spoiled from the My Hero manga and you're watching the anime for various reasons, mute us, disappear for 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, not 5 to 10. 10 to 15 minutes, and then come back, and we'll be on some shit that you probably have seen before. All right, so my One Piece, I don't know what the chapter number is, but I do know
995 of Kunoichi's Oath.
There it is.
Headbutts galore. That's about what I would summarize this as. That's all I mostly remember. Oh, Marco did some shit in the beginning. I guess I'm doing the rough overview. Marco did some shit in the beginning. I didn't give a fuck. But what I do think it is it's alluding to he is going to give Chopper his doctor power up with this antidote bullshit, which I'm kind of disappointed about. I hope Chopper can just come up with the antidote beforehand. And then, Marco could just be like, yeah, I put respect on your name as like a doctor. Because I really don't want Chopper's character development to be that he's a better doctor in this arc, but it's Oda. He does whatever the fuck he wants, so whatever. Then I think after that, most of what I remember was just I forget what her name is, Ulti. Oh yeah, Ulti and Page 5. We're still going at it with Nami and Usopp.
You called that nigga Page 5?
Ain't that his name?
Wait, I thought it was actually page 1.
Fuck it, bro. He's not important.
He mixed that nigga between player 5 and page 1.
I would argue he's the worst of the Toby Roppo anyways. But anyways, yeah, I was calling him Page 5. Fuck it, bro. Page 5. That nigga, he was fighting, him and his sister were fighting Nami and Usopp. Shout out to Nami and Usopp for still surviving multiple chapters. Because I really was like, these niggas was going to be ghosts. Or Sanji was going to come in. I thought it was going to be a segue or excuse to pop up one of the other people. So, for me, I was happy that happened. Sorry, I didn't move you over, Jugga, so niggas didn't see you. But it looked like your video paused. But, yeah, so... For me, I was happy to see that, and I think that was Nami sticking it out to Ulti. So Ulti basically was headbutting the shit out of headbutting the shit out of these niggas.
Bro, that's oh my god.
Yeah, crushed or cracked Usopp's skull, which I was surprised. That was probably he might have taken arguably similar damage in other parts, but it's the most damage I've seen since the time skip. That Usopp's taking.
But I don't
he was going
no
against a nigga that because I saw a video showing that shit. When he fought against the nigga that with the fucking mole hands or whatever.
That my favorite scene. The fat motherfucker.
He supposedly did an attack that did the same Mortal Kombat X-ray cracking type of shit.
Okay.
That sounds familiar. So since time skip it's been a while since Usopp's gotten his head cracked, I'll say. And then Nami, the person who I definitely thought was still out for self, gets asked a question by Ulti, which is like, yo, you better say that Luffy won't be like the king of pirates or some shit, or I'm going to headbutt the shit out of you. And expecting Nami to be Nami, I was like, all right, she's just going to say it so she don't get headbutt. Usopp was like, I know this bitch going to say it. And she didn't. And got headbutted. Also, one of the most...
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't headbutt him.
Oh, she didn't headbutt him?
Yeah, she was about to, but she got
Otama came in clutch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she got saved instead of getting headbutted. So that was God saying I put respect on your name. So that was good for her. But yeah, I mean, if stuff happened after that, I didn't care. So if you guys know what happened after that, y'all can say it. But
that was the end of the chapter. Her
okay.
Nami getting saved was the end of the chapter.
I'm going off memory here, so I don't have it pulled up. So
no,
yeah.
you good.
That was pretty good for going off memory. But you missed one slight detail. You missed Scratchman and Pooh getting chased.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about
and that nigga.
He might nigga, but
nigga, no, you gotta put at least a little bit of respect on his name because that nigga definitely blocked an attack from Zoro and
I was
and Drake at the same time.
Because that was pretty impressive to me.
I don't consider Drake a real one because he's a Marine.
Damn,
that's a little cold.
Sorry,
I
feel like besides Garp, if you're a Marine, your strength tier to me. If you're not an Admiral, I'll put that too. I'll put respect on the Admiral's name because them niggas been on for a while. But like I feel like I got a -10 from your actual strength from whatever tier they place you in. Because I feel like the Admirals, like in their tier, are up there. But also, if you look at their age, probably who they really should be paired against, they're not as strong as that person. Like, I will argue, like, at least before the whole thing, like, maybe you can say, I guess the way they have it structured, a fleet, whatever the fuck he is, should be on the level of a Yonko, right? That would be, I guess, what we assume.
You talking about Akino?
Yeah, wherever he's at now. But so
yeah, he's a fleet admiral.
Yeah, so Sengoku before him, I guess, should be on the level of a Yonko. But I mean, them niggas have been around for a while. And also, he's hella outnumbered. Like, Sengoku Admirals versus all the Yonko, just 1v1, I still think they're getting curb stomped. So, I don't put a lot of respect on the Marines, but that's just my bias. So, it is what it is.
Damn, I mean, we ain't talking about fleet admirals though. We still just talking about. Well, I mean, all three of them are part of the whatchamacallit,
I know
right?
the Sword
the
organization. But I mean,
wait,
like,
the what?
You were talking about all three of them. I was talking about X-Drake. He's part of Sword, and the only person of clout that I know that's a part of Sword, besides Kobe, I guess, is Garp. So, I'm like, are you like the second strongest? Are you the chief?
Well, I mean, are you saying that? Well, I mean, it sounds like you don't really give up about X-Drake and Apu, but I mean, what about Zoro though?
Oh, Zoro, of course. Yeah, I put respect on him blocking that attack. I'm just saying, if with him blocking both, I just really just could. I'm like, let's say I put like 20 Drake and the rest of the 80s on like the fact that he blocked Zoro. My hype.
Damn.
That's how I split it. I'm like, I'm trying to attack for Drake, but like, because I think even in the way they structured it in Kaido's crew, like, Apu seemed like he was more next up-ish than maybe Drake. At least the way it's being aligned a little bit, like, but I feel like he wasn't Toby Ropo, but that's likely because of his fruit, not because of his actual ability. Because my thought is the Toby Ropo all have these dinosaur-related fruits. So I don't think that they excluded him because of that. And he has a pretty close relationship to Queen, which I feel like is kind of her saying, like, all right, nigga, you, like, him and Who's would be next up for lead performer if you played your cards right and there is an opening. So, Cracker level, lower a little bit, sub-Cracker level is where I put Apu based off what I'm seeing. Like, because Cracker isn't, like, he's not top 3, right? Or he's top 4. My bad. Who's the nigga that got beat? Who's the nigga that got beat off screen?
He's talking about Big Mom's crew that got beat.
Yeah.
That got
beat that kid slapped. Yeah.
No,
not kid.
A
Rogue slapped him.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Rogue?
No, not Cracker, but Snacks.
Right.
Yeah. His name was Snacks.
Yeah.
Whatever. That Snack, the fat motherfucker that looked like a robot that we didn't really see. But yeah, they're definitely at his level, is where I would put it. I don't think Luffy was struggling to fight against him.
Well,
so you're still putting Zoro a lot higher than them, right?
1v1 versus Apu? I feel like I have to wait and see. I do think, because Zoro is in the worst generation, right? He got the title.
Yep.
So based off that, they are arguing that he's on the same tier. So I do think like against people I know for sure Zoro can beat, at least from what I've seen, Hawkins, for sure. 1v1, him versus Hawkins, I think it's a wrap. Hawkins hasn't shown me anything. This nigga's a headliner. We're seeing motherfuckers with giraffe legs and motherfucking sheep bodies.
Yo, don't bring back those giraffes, bro.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started because they on this chapter they did just show us a fucking what was it, a panda?
Yeah,
a nigga. The nigga was the panda's asshole. Wow. I'm finna show y'all this fucking panel now. I'm finna show y'all this shit because I peeped that shit and I couldn't believe what my eyeballs saw, man. This nigga was the panda's asshole.
Oh wow.
No.
What we at with it?
That. Oh god, nah.
Let me find this shit.
Oh, I told him. I said stop with the goofies. Like why?
Yeah, but either way, I would say that. I think Capone. He probably would be if it's just him versus Capone 1v1. And then everyone else, I think I don't really have a good sense of where they stand. But I do think Oda tried to put a lot of respect, maybe more respect than necessary on the whole Killer thing. Because remember at first, I think when we first met him and we didn't know that guy was Killer, I was surprised that it was taking Zoro.
Yeah, because Zoro insta-slapped him pretty much.
Yeah, but then once we found out it was Killer, I was like, oh, this is Oda trying to say, like, it's not that easy, basically. Like, I felt like that was Oda trying to put respect on Killer's name, not, like, saying that Zoro was weak. He's basically just saying, like, yeah, this nigga can compete. But even then, I think in a drawn-out battle, it wouldn't be a curb stomp, but I think Zoro would probably edge it out against Killer. That's just my thought.
Well, I mean...
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, I'm in complete agreement. I mean, this all started because we think, at least me and Gramps think, that more respect should be put on Apu's name, considering that he was able to block a blow one hand deep.
Both using weapons in both hands.
Yeah, I'm with y'all on the respect. I think the respect for me, like, I think the other part of that was just that it was like X Drake, wow, like X Drake 2. That's my thing. I was just like, Zoro, wow. That's it. Like, in my mind. Like, I didn't go Zoro and X Drake. I went like, oh, Zoro, wow. Okay. On the X Drake part. That's how I felt about it.
Wow.
Damn.
Hey, bro, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this chapter for me at least wasn't much like substance, but I did really appreciate the scene with Usopp and Nami. Like that part, I was surprised Oda let them ride out a fight like that long.
That is true.
Pre-time skip, we would usually see it happened, but we would usually see someone come save them, and they would kind of be up. But like the fact that he gave them the character development against people that Luffy was like, because Luffy was like, oh, this bitch strong. So I didn't expect them to really give them a lot of screen time fighting Ulti. But the fact that they stayed alive enough to get their skull cracked and shit shed a lot about the showed a lot of improvement on their part to be able to hold their own against people that Luffy was at least saying like, y'all niggas aren't like something to play with. I might beat you in the end, but definitely not people that I would just like, curb stomp. So
true. I mean, not to mention the fact that because both of them are conscious, they're still at least leaving the question mark there that they might rise back up and actually do some more damage. So it's still a question mark. They might not be done after round.
Yeah.
Yo, am I the only one who just noticed that Usopp was wearing the fucking Naruto headband?
Yeah, I missed that.
Nah, what the dick? No way.
So go to page 16 where asshole or whatever.
I mean,
look at the fucking headband. That's a smooth Naruto headband, bro. Cracked into pieces. It ain't the same clan, but it's definitely a fucking Naruto headband, bro.
I'm gonna say that Oda knew that Kishimoto was taking over Boruto again, and he was like, putting a little nod of respect on the nigga. I see you coming back, even though it's not gonna save Boruto. But
true.
Oda probably hears a lot about these things. I feel like he walks into the whatever the fuck Shonen Jump building and just does whatever the fuck he wants. He probably just spills coffee on motherfuckers, like spits on niggas. He's just like, oh, that's Oda. Yeah, he just doing shit, bro. He does this shit to him. He has like all these extra requirements. Like, yeah, I need water warm to like 98.23 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's not that, I'm leaving. I'm not writing another. I'm taking a break. Basically, if you don't get my shit that I want, bro, I'm taking a break.
Those are the break chapter reasons.
Yeah. Fuck y'all.
And if I take a break, that we know what that means. You ain't getting paid.
Exactly.
So
it's like, how much money do you not want this quarter, my guy? Like, right. You tell me. Damn. Petty. Damn. And low key, wow, I'm just now seeing Panda Buddy. This mother effer really does got a face on the booty hole.
Yep.
Crazy.
Smooth pandy ass, man.
I can't, man. Like, I can't. Like, how many more goofies are out there, man? Like,
telling you,
I'm actually mad. I'm actually mad that you just mentioned it because I easily went past it. Like, I was just like, ain't no way they're gonna get worse than Giraffe Buddy.
And that's
like, there's no chance.
All I'm saying is, as Hawkins, I will be so disappointed. Like, this nigga Kaido looked at me and he was like, headliner. Immediately, he was like, yo, bro, and then you walk into a room, like I said this before on the podcast, you walk into a room, there's a nigga with a fucking lion face on his belly. And now you're talking about this nigga with a panda asshole? Like, what? And this is what this is what he said. He said, all of those fights that you fought on the Grand Line, all that hard work you put in, trying to get here through the North Blue, all of, like, when you fought Kizaru and you survived for them 5 seconds, all of it equivalates to a nigga with a lion on his stomach. Yeah, that's what he said.
Damn, that's big facts though.
That's how trash he is.
Right, I'm telling you, like, even Drake and all these other niggas, they might have dropped in the headline for 5 seconds. And it was like, I don't belong here. You gonna move me up quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, Apu was like, I mean, I'm a goofy looking nigga, but not these niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he took his long arm ass and he walked all the way to Queen and was like, hey, I need a promotion, my nigga. Like, y'all with these motherfuckers, bro. Get me the fuck out of here ASAP.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna just say this right here. I low-key think that Sanji's even stronger than that nigga.
Damn.
Than Hawkins?
Yep.
I don't disagree with you.
Sanji ain't part of the worst generation, but I think Sanji with his fucking stealth black outfit on.
Yeah.
I think
actually that's around. I could see that. It's kind of facts right there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't see it. I don't see that not being true. What the fuck just came to mind? Oh, also, like, was it just me? Because now that I remember that I went back and looked. I didn't even look for the fucking headband part. But that stuff at the end, do we really feel like that was a sufficient save? That dog? Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't really remember that dog showing me any, like, skills of clout that tell me, like, oh, now that he's here, everything's gonna be all cool with the fight against these two niggas, you know?
No, I mean, that's...
Well, the thing is, niggas expect that Usopp is gonna be working with Tama to fucking slingshot those dango balls inside everybody's mouth and make them her slaves or whatever. That's why I think that she's significant within this part of the story.
I can see that theory. That would actually play up to One Piece pretty hardcore up around. I can see that.
I mean, but I obviously don't think that should work on somebody who ate a devil fruit. Smell, yeah, obviously, because you're nothing but the asshole of a panda or whatever. So you're gonna fucking be your slave. But if you ate a devil fruit, you're still your stuff. You just got powers. So you ain't a fucking animal that's gonna be slave to the dango.
What the fuck is this panda asshole nigga, bro?
It's a decent thought. I mean, I guess we could see it would make sense, I guess, based on the battle we've seen so far with Nami and Usopp with them. But I mean, that was pretty much what I was saying before, that like this wasn't sufficient enough at least to be like, oh, the dog showed up, he's about to body 2 members of the Tobiropo. Like, no, like I was not thinking that at all. But it can like pretty much like have that gap where now Nami and Usopp's gonna end up doing something to do work. So that answer of what kind of work they could do, that would make sense. So I guess we'll see.
And then how you guys felt about the Marco stuff in the beginning?
Marco? Oh yeah, I got a quick piece on that. This chapter was very disappointing for me for Marco because if y'all don't know, I'm a big Marco fan. I like the Phoenix thought. I think the Phoenix Zoan fruit is one of the like strongest Zoan fruits, one of the strongest fruits, period. Low key, if we wanted to really get into that, but that's a whole nother conversation. They literally brought up my hopes and destroyed them all in the span of like 2 pages. They went out their way to say, yo, Phoenix Flame work against Big Mom. I was like, let's go, Marco. Insta respect. I was about to put in like hella clout that I was going to put in the chapter. Like the next time we actually review the chapter, I was like, oh, they're going to be like, oh yeah, Marco was trash, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, let's go. Next panel grabs this man by the neck, immediately just stops using Phoenix powers practically and is about to get bodied if he didn't get help. I'm just like, are you serious? Like that fast?
I wasn't surprised.
She said, I'm a warrior. You can go respect him.
I was just so sad. Like, no one expected Marco to beat Big Mom. Obviously. All you had to do was just land a blow. Be like, bro, my Phoenix got special powers. Like, effing an eternal flame spiral. Something, you know what I mean? To do a little bit of damage. Put a little bit of respect on your name. One panel?
I think you forgot how swore the Yonko are. That's what that is.
I'm gonna say this. I bet it wouldn't have happened to Rose Vista or Diamond Joseph.
Come on now,
niggas, bro.
Come on now.
You can't
see, that's what I'm talking about.
You can't the fuck. I wish you would try, bro. You can't. I'm not a fan of Marco. If y'all don't know, bro.
As a woman who slapped a bear to death as a child,
she'll be alright.
I think as a
Joseph will be alright. He good.